Ah yes, the Chaos Emeralds. The sole reason why Sonic is able to save the day at supersonic speeds, and how people are able to blow up the moon. But if they were in our world, how much would you actually have to pay? Because let's totally be honest, there's no way you'd be able to access them just like the characters in the games do. You would have to buy these things. How much would they actually cost with our economy?
So I have come here to Green Hill Zone with the Chaos Emeralds to find out how much they would actually cost in our world economy. Now, please take with a grain of salt that I am not a mathematician, and I'm kind of awful at math. And so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just going based off what we see right here in the Sonic games, as well as in our current state with the broken economy. Anyway, now these Chaos Emeralds aren't actually real. They don't have the capability of turning me super. I think. I haven't actually tested that before. Hey! Who would have thought that these things actually did make me go super? That's such a sweet deal for 60 bucks! Was not expecting that. Anyway, all 7 of these Chaos Emeralds would probably cost somewhere around, given the fact that they have the ability of turning us super, and the fact that Eggman here uses them as planetary weapons, these 7 Chaos Emeralds are filled with jewels that they can use in order to power an interplanetary space laser in turning supersonic powered hedgehogs into literal Goku. So, given the fact of how much power these stones have, I would probably guess in our currency they'd probably cost around in the billions, maybe millions at the least, but probably close to $1 billion. Now, as for the Master Emerald, which, as we know, has the ability of turning you hyper, is much stronger than the Chaos Emeralds, amplifies them and also de-amplifies them. So I would guess that this Master Emerald here, if Knuckles decides to actually sell it, which, by the way, he has no idea that I've actually stolen this from him, he could make some pretty hefty cash. This Master Emerald would probably cost more than the Master Emerald, probably in the trillions and billions of dollars, probably close to the trillions, given how sheer power these things have. No wonder why Rouge is always after this thing and the Chaos Emeralds. She's the only one who knows how much they truly cost and how much money she'd make off of it. Now, as for the Power Rings, on the other hand, the Power Rings, as we know, can hold a super state or a hyper state from the emeralds. So I would assume that the rings would probably cost around in the millions of dollars. But given the fact that they're literally littered everywhere on the ground here in Green Hills and anyone can buy them and pick them up, I would probably guess the Power Rings are probably on the cheaper end of, like, say $30 or $50, because it seems rather stupid that someone would sell the Power Rings for $1 million when you could just go to Green Hill Zone and find them yourself. Kind of poor marketing strategy if you really think about it. And also, supply and demand really aren't necessarily going to be an issue given the fact that the Power Rings are everywhere and they can be found everywhere. Master Emerald and Chaos Emeralds make sense, but the rings, not so much. I would say the same amount of rings would probably would be the same as the Power Rings. Like the Red Star Rings would probably cost a little bit more because they're a little bit more rare, but still, most of Sonic's rings are found everywhere, so yeah. Anyway, shoot, Knuckles is here. He's back for his emerald! Ah!